So, it has actually been a while since I've done a storytime video, I've realized. The last one I did was how I got into, severe weather and tornadoes, which some of you guys should already know how I did based on the story. I've also done a story of my first ever tornado encounter that happened last year. I thought that would be the last one, but it ended up happening again. And this one was one I was not expecting. So, so yeah, basically, I got hit 2 years in a row by tornadoes. In this video, I will be explaining, I'll be telling the story of my second ever tornado encounter. So here goes nothing. So basically, it's August 6, 2024. I'm just coming home from the just coming home from the store, and after putting groceries and stuff up. So after I put groceries and stuff up, what happens is, I'm monitoring the weather. There's severe weather actually going on in the other state. So as that's and the tornado watch for Michigan was just about to expire. Storms are rolling in are moving southeast, and as they move southeast, I'm monitoring. I continue to monitor the storm system to make sure they will move past us. But let's get into that. If we go into the afternoon, basically what happened was the storm system started producing severe weather and tornadoes in western Ohio. So the first tornado warning would be issued, I want to say, around 3 p.m. So I had to pay attention to the radar and stuff. So around 2 to 3 p.m., tornado warnings severe thunderstorm warnings and tornado warnings are issued. About an hour later, as I'm watching radar, a tornado warning is issued for my area, and this is a very important part of the story. Very important part, because as you may not know, if you have not seen the video on my channel, which I will link in the description, this is where one of the confirmed tornadoes reported touchdown near the airport. I was outside recording the storm before it hit. The tornado warning at the time was for the west side of town, but it was slowly moving east towards me. So as I continue to watch the storm, I'm outside recording at this time. I already let my grandmother know tornado warnings in effect for the area. You need to be ready to move. So as we're moving, I want to say it's around. It gets to. I can't remember what time it is. I can remember the times, but some of these times are what happened. I'm going to mention what happened in between. It's so. So it's still around 4 p.m. Well, it was like 3. The first tornado warning was issued at 3:30 for my area. It was around for the west side of town. It was 3:30. So around 3:30 p.m. This is where tornado warnings were issued. 30 minutes later, the storm is still moving slowly southeast, coming off the lake. As I'm outside recording the storm, I just hear this constant thunder rolling. And when I say constant, I mean it's constantly going and going. Like this like I wasn't seeing any lightning. That's when I knew it was kind of serious. I was still recording. But when I decided to get back to go back in the house, I just so I decided to go back in the house. It's around like 4:15. This is where another tornado had touched down in another area. This tornado was near New Boston. So as the second tornado was on their way, there were actually other tornadoes that were in progress before the one that hit me. And I want to say this right now. I was nervous. I was thinking to myself, not this again. Like this is the second year in a row I may get a tornado. And sure enough, at 4:30 p.m., a tornado warning is issued for the east side of town. After that tornado warning went out, that is where the wind and rain picked up. And let me tell you something. I've never seen sideways rain like that before. I actually seen the sideways rain. There was sideways rain. There was debris flying. I was actually Me and my grandmother were actually in the RFD of the tornado, which is the rear flank downdraft, the outer layer. The actual tornado passed down the street. As we're watching, part of a tree branch falls into another tree. And it actually, had that tree branch not fell into the tree, it would have hit my house. Down the street, a tree fell blocking the road, and there was actually some roof damage done to two houses, and the tree actually fell on a car. And like I said, I'm gonna have a link to both videos that I recorded, like before the storm hit, and I have a video of the aftermath, showing some of the aftermath. Like, I can tell you, a tornado definitely sideswiped us. And the reason we couldn't see it is because of the rain wrap. Like, this system was very reminiscent of the one last year where it was rain wrapped and moving fast in the line. And that's how I'm thinking to myself, again I would say to myself, I hope to dear God this doesn't happen again. So the storm goes on for about 30 minutes. And I was without power for 4 hours. So 4 hours I had no power. So after the tornado passes, I run down to my neighbor's house to make sure they were okay. And the wind speed, I measured this wind speed myself based on the wind, how fast the winds were going with the storm. Wind speeds were around 80 to 90 miles an hour, which leads me to believe the tornado that did the damage to the houses down the street was at EF0 to EF1 strength. But here's the thing. The National Weather Service never confirmed a tornado in my area, but with the sideways rain and debris flying, I can tell you it was a tornado. Not only do I... Plus, there were... Around the time that this tornado was happening, this is when the third and fourth one happened. One happened there. One happened that hit Parma. There was another, like I said, one that hit Parma, New Boston, one that touched down near the airport. Plus, after the storm passed my area, a microburst had formed very far to the east. And this microburst would actually do some damage in the eastern and other portions of the county. And I'm thinking to myself, wow, what an active day for severe weather. I wouldn't get back. I wouldn't get power back until 8 p.m. to sometime around 8 p.m. And let me tell you something. I was desperate to do something to try to see if I can get in contact with my friends on Discord to let them know that I was okay. But the cell towers were down. Like I was that desperate to let everyone know I was okay. But luckily, I was able to let them know I was okay. I had some service somehow, but not all the way. So letting my friends know on Discord, it kept cutting in and out. So that day, 5 separate tornadoes touched down. Yeah. It was five. Yeah, 5 different tornadoes touched down in a microburst. This was part of a severe weather event in Michigan. I want to say Michigan, Indiana, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. So the first day, so when the power was on, I was able to upload my video of me outside recording the storm as it was approaching. And the next day is when I uploaded the aftermath where I saw the things happening. There will be a link in the description to both videos. So I'm just glad everything turned out okay. Oh god, that was close. Yeah, everything turned out okay. And this was basically the story of the second ever encounter I had. But here's the thing: both of these storms, both of these tornadoes, were QLCS, which stands for quasi-linear convective system. This forms when there's a line of thunderstorm, which happens during a line of severe thunderstorms. That line congeals and produces, which means within the squall line, there could be several small spin-up tornadoes that occur, and that is exactly what happened. But yeah, hopefully I don't have to experience another tornado. I say 2 is enough. If you have any severe weather encounters that you want to tell me about, let me know in the comments. But yeah, I wanted to do this little story time video to tell you about the second tornado encounter. And I will say it was more ridiculous than the first. Anyways, that's all I have for this video. And also, there will be a link in the description to the game I am playing in the background. So there will be 3 links: a link in the description to the game in the background, a link in the description to the game. A link in the description to the game in the background. There will be a link in the description to the video that me recording the tornado warned storm as it rode through my area, and there will be a video recording of showing the aftermath. So yeah, those will be the 3 videos. Those will be the 3 days linked in the description. Like I said, tell me in the comments if you've had an encounter with a tornado or any type of severe weather. Anyway, so yeah, that's all I have. I will see you guys in the next Storytime video.